My name is Comic DJ, and today I'm going to be telling you why I prefer the comic book of Civil War to the movie. Now, I do understand this is probably going to get a whole lot of dislikes, but I don't really care because this is my opinion. This is my channel. My first biggest issue was the story. The whole reason why they're having the Civil War. See, in the comic book, this villain named Nitro, he blew up an elementary school. It killed tons of people, and it was traumatizing for America and the whole world to see. You know, it really made you feel like, oh my God, like, wow, man, these villains, these heroes, they got too much power. It really made me think about possibly, you know, maybe it's a good idea that they tell who they are. I never got that feeling in the movie when Scarlet Witch she blew up a corner of a building somewhere randomly in Africa. I mean, I was like, is that it? Is that the reason? Like, oh, okay, now everybody needs to reveal themselves. Now, of course, in the movie they said, okay, the Avengers did a little bad here, and there was other instances, but I was like, is this it? Is this really the whole reason? This is why that Spider-Man reveals himself, and this is why that Captain America fights Iron Man. This is why the whole Marvel universe is fighting, just because of this. Like, I couldn't believe it. For me, it was just so slow. I just couldn't get my mind into it, and it really hurt me throughout the whole movie. I just kept thinking about it. I really did enjoy the movie, don't get me wrong, but I just couldn't get it out of my mind, and it was just too much of an important thing for me. The story is pretty much why we're watching this movie, and for me, it was just too bad. My next biggest problem is that Peter Parker did not reveal himself. This drove me crazy. See, halfway through the comic book, Peter Parker reveals himself. Now, this inspires a whole lot of people for Iron Man. And then tons of people from Marvel Universe join his side. They say, you know what? If Peter Parker's doing it, I can do it too, and I should do it. My next biggest problem is going to be the fact that they did not use Thor or any of the real Avengers. I mean, there was so much potential. You already have the movie rights and everything. Why would you not use them? I just can't understand. The Civil War is supposed to be a lot of people. It's not supposed to be 6-on-6 battle. The real Civil War should be a 50-on-50, 100-on-100, whatever. The whole Marvel Universe should be fighting in this. It shouldn't just be 6-on-6. This Thor in the comic book wasn't really the Thor. He was more of like this robot god thing as like a computer. But I wish they would have used that. They really could have used that, and they could have benefited from that. Now, it is very important for me to say I really did enjoy this movie, and now I'm going to get into some of the good things I liked. Black Panther was freaking awesome. Now that I can kind of, get into the spoilers of him, super excited about Black Panther, man. When he took those arrows and he exploded them on himself, everything about Black Panther was really cool. I just started reading the comic book about him. He's just super interesting. He's from T'Challa and all that, and I'm very excited for his movie. So that was great. Good job on that, Marvel. Falcon was freaking awesome in this one when he had like the little like touchpad and he shot up 2 rockets behind him and hit the enemy exactly where. I mean, compared to what we saw prior in the movies, Falcon was super lame, so I really appreciate that about Falcon, and I think they've really done him some justice when he was flying around, when he was using the toy to shoot stuff. Like, that was really neat, and I really did enjoy Falcon a lot. I loved Ant-Man. I really loved Vision in this. I loved all the characters, honestly. I thought they did a great job for what they had. Cap, Iron Man, everybody. Felt like the cast was awesome. The acting was phenomenal. Everything was great about it. It's just there was a lot of inconsistencies where I feel like the comic book did way better. Again, this 6-on-6 battle. Is this the Civil War that we deserve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people? Is that the Civil War that you guys know? Because if that's the Civil War you know, then I would assume that you've never read the comic book. They did a great job. I can't say they didn't. But this is not how it was supposed to be. What you're seeing here is an image from the comic book. This is what you're supposed to see. Now, can they use all these people? No, due to rights. But don't give me that crap that they couldn't use another 10, 20, 30 people. You know what I mean? They have the money. Okay, I don't want to hear those excuses. I don't appreciate the fact that this was called Civil War, because for me, it was not a Civil War. You can't take 12 characters out of an entire universe and tell me that is a Civil War. I cannot believe that. I cannot stand by that. I cannot put the Comic DJ stamp of approval on that. This was not a Civil War. This was a miniature little 6-on-6 saga battle, and it ended crappy. The comic book ended crappy too, so I can't really say too much about that one. But it just was not enough for me. My third biggest problem is going to be the death of War Machine, or really the lack of a death. This made me so angry. Oh my God, like the 3 most important things in the comic book you messed up, okay? You don't kill the kids, You give me some crappy building blown up in Africa. You don't reveal Spider-Man, which is the middle, the most important thing in the middle, and the ending, which is the most important. You didn't kill off Goliath. What finally stops them and brings them together and brings them to a halt is the death of killing one of their own. They killed Goliath. They realized, like, whoa, what are we doing, guys? We're fighting each other. What we're doing is wrong. We don't want to do this. We want to save people. When they killed War Machine, I was a little bit happy. I was like, yes, at least they kill somebody, right? But guess what? He didn't even die. War Machine didn't even die. I don't understand. How could War Machine not even die here? Like, God, you just made him made him crippled, and of course he's gonna get his strength back one day, and that was it? Where is the death? Where am I supposed to feel like this is so important? Like I said, the beginning, the middle, and the ending, the most important things from the comic book you didn't even do. And if I really want to add a fourth one, I would say the size of the elements that you're using, just 6-on-6. For me, you did so many wrong things, Marvel. All that being said, it was a really great movie, and I feel like if I never read the comic book, this would be so badass because I'd be so naive to the truth of what could have really happened and the potential that was there, but it just was not there for me 100%, and that is why I give it a 7 out of 10, whereas it could have easily been a 9.5. If I was naive to this, I'm sure I would have given it that because that's all I would have known. I definitely would have got like a 9.5, close to a 10, Deadpool level-ish, you know what I'm saying? But just having the knowledge that I have as a comic book fan, I just can't give it my stamp of approval story-wise. Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure you've already disliked this video. I'm sure you've already sent me evil things about my mother, but it's my opinion and it's my channel, so I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Thank you so much, everybody, for checking me out, and until next time, Comic DJ signing out. And if you have made it to the end of this video, it means that you are a true comic book fan. So I would like to tell everybody to check out my friend, The Comic Geek. We will be doing some collabs together, The Comic Geek and I, so make sure to check him out, man. He's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable. He covers a lot of Marvel and DC, and he also hits the independents like Image. So make sure to check him out at The Comic Geek. And I will be sure to put his link in the description as well as in the comment section.